wondering if you've made a good impression on her. Today, we decode the signs that show you've truly impressed her. Notice how she reacts during your interactions. Certain responses are clear indicators of her admiration. Join us as we guide you through these reactions to help you understand when you've genuinely caught her interest. 1. She reacts with a surprised expression. A raised eyebrow, widened eyes, and a hint of a smile. Sound familiar? It's the face of pleasant surprise, and it's your cue that you've just scored some serious points. Imagine you're a magician who's just pulled off an unexpected trick. That look of wonder on her face? It's genuine, unfiltered, and hard to fake. You've essentially revealed a plot twist in the story of you, and she's hooked. But don't just bask in the initial reaction. What happens next is equally crucial. Does that surprise melt into intrigue? Does she lean in, eager for more? That's when you know you've struck gold. We're all walking libraries of experiences and surprises. When you manage to astonish her, you're essentially saying, check out this hidden chapter. And let's face it, who doesn't love discovering a good plot twist in a seemingly familiar tale? 2. She becomes more engaged. Have you ever seen a sleepy audience suddenly perk up when a speaker hits their stride? That's the kind of transformation we're talking about here. One moment, she might be nodding politely, and the next, she's on the edge of her seat, fully immersed in the conversation. It's as if you've flipped a switch, turning a polite exchange into an engrossing dialogue. This heightened engagement manifests in various ways. Her eyes might light up with interest, her gestures become more animated, or she might start contributing to the conversation with renewed enthusiasm. It's like you've unlocked a new level in the game of interaction. Pro tip: if you notice this shift, keep the momentum going. You've clearly struck a chord, so explore the topic further. Ask for her thoughts, share your own insights, and watch as the conversation flows like a well-orchestrated symphony. 3. She keeps the conversation going. Time flies when you're having fun, right? Well, when a girl is impressed, she becomes a master of conversational time-bending. It's like watching a skilled DJ seamlessly transitioning between tracks. Just as one topic winds down, she's ready with another, ensuring the conversational dance continues. Why? Because she's enjoying your company and wants to prolong the interaction. Listen for the subtle cues. Does she ask open-ended questions that invite elaboration? Does she share personal anecdotes related to the topic at hand? These are her ways of saying, let's keep this going. The quality of the conversation matters as much as its duration. If she's diving into deeper topics or sharing personal stories, you've not just impressed her. You've become someone she wants to connect with on a more meaningful level. So, if you find yourself lost in a conversation that seems to have no end in sight, congratulations. You've become more than just a blip on her radar. You're now a fascinating presence she's eager to explore further. 4. She suddenly acts shy. Picture this. You're chatting with a typically confident and outspoken woman. Suddenly, after you say or do something impressive, she starts twirling her hair, looking down, or stumbling over her words. What's happening? You've just witnessed the impressed shy phenomenon. This sudden shyness is like a glitch in her usual programming. Your impressive action has caused her to recalibrate her image of you, and in that moment of adjustment, her usual confidence takes a brief vacation. Interestingly, this shyness often comes with a side of smiles or nervous laughter. It's as if her body is saying, wow, I didn't see that coming and I kind of like it. Don't mistake this reaction as a sign to back off. Instead, see it as an opportunity to show your own vulnerability. Share a self-deprecating joke or a personal story. This can help put her at ease and create a shared moment of authentic connection. Remember, causing this reaction doesn't mean you should try to make her uncomfortable. The goal is to impress, not overwhelm. If you notice this shy response, take it as a compliment and gently guide the conversation back to comfortable territory. If today's insights resonate with you, remember to like and comment. More importantly, if you're ready to revolutionize your dating approach, take advantage of our free 60-minute strategy call. It's your gateway to meeting more women and enhancing your confidence. Book yours now through the pinned comment. 5. She brings up the topic later. Imagine dropping a pebble into a pond. The initial splash is impressive, but it's the ripples that show the true impact. That's what's happening when a girl brings up something you've said or done in a later conversation. It's like you've left a bookmark in her mind. Whatever you said or did wasn't just a fleeting moment. It stuck with her, replaying long after the initial interaction. This recall isn't just about having a good memory. It's about impact. By bringing up the topic again, she's also creating a shared experience between you two. It's like an inside joke or a secret handshake, something that belongs just to the two of you in that moment. Next time you're in a group setting and she references something you said or did previously, pay attention. It's not just casual conversation, it's her way of highlighting your connection in front of others. So when you hear an echo of your words or actions in a later conversation, give yourself a pat on the back. You didn't just make a momentary impression, you created a lasting ripple in her thoughts. 6. She starts flirting. Welcome to the fun zone, gentlemen! When a girl shifts from casual conversation to flirtation mode, it's like watching a butterfly emerge from its cocoon. You've created an environment where she feels comfortable enough to spread her wings and show her playful side. This transformation can be as subtle as a change in tone or as obvious as a playful touch on the arm. Maybe she starts dropping compliments like confetti at a parade, or perhaps her jokes take on a more teasing edge. But flirting isn't just about words or actions. It's about energy. Does the air suddenly feel charged with electricity? Do you find yourself grinning without realizing it? That's the magic of flirtatious energy at work. Here's a challenge for you. If she's taking the lead in this flirtatious dance, try to match her rhythm. Throw in some playful banter of your own, but always respect her boundaries. Remember, the best dances are those where both partners are in sync. When flirting follows your impressive action or words, consider it a green light. She's not just impressed. She's intrigued and wants to explore this connection further. So enjoy the moment, have fun with it, and see where this new flirtatious energy takes you. 7. She holds onto an object. Let's dive into the fascinating world of unconscious gestures. Have you ever noticed someone's grip tighten on their glass when they're deeply engaged in conversation? That's exactly the kind of subtle cue we're talking about here. When a girl suddenly clutches her phone, purse, or even just her own hands after you've said something impressive, it's like she's physically trying to anchor herself in the moment. It's her body's way of saying, wow, this is intense. I need something to hold on to. Think of it as an emotional lightning rod. The object she's holding is helping her channel and process the strong impression you've just made. It's a subconscious reaction to the mental fireworks you've set off. Here's an interesting tidbit. The object itself doesn't matter. What's important is the sudden, noticeable change in how she's interacting with it. It's all about the contrast between her behavior before and after your impressive moment. Next time you're in conversation, try this. Casually notice what she's holding when you start talking. Then, after you've said something particularly witty or insightful, glance down. If her grip has tightened or she's fiddling with the object more, you might just have struck conversational gold. 8. She tucks her hair behind her ear. In the grand theater of nonverbal communication, the hair tuck is a classic act. It's a gesture as old as time, yet it never loses its significance in the dance of attraction. When a girl tucks her hair behind her ear during your interaction, it's like she's opening the curtains to her face. This small movement serves multiple purposes. It's part preening behavior, subconsciously trying to look her best for you, part comfort gesture, calming nerves in an exciting moment, and part attention-focusing behavior, drawing your eye to her face. But here's where it gets interesting. The devil is in the details. Is it a quick, nervous flick? Or a slow, deliberate movement accompanied by eye contact? The former might suggest she's a bit flustered, in a good way, while the latter could indicate a more confident display of interest. Try this. Next time you're in conversation and you notice the hair tuck, pause for a brief moment. This slight break can create a space for eye contact or a shared smile, potentially deepening the connection between you. Remember, some people just have a habit of tucking their hair. The key is to notice if this behavior increases when you're talking or happens right after you've said something particularly engaging. In the silent language of attraction, timing is everything. 9. She covers her mouth slightly. In the world of micro-expressions, this gesture is like a fleeting shooting star. Blink, and you might miss it. Picture this. You've just dropped a witty comment or shared an impressive story. For a split second, her hand flutters up to her mouth, almost as if she's trying to catch her reaction before it escapes. This quick movement is her body's way of saying, oh my, I didn't expect that. It's a subconscious attempt to control or hide her reaction, often because she's feeling a bit vulnerable in her surprise or admiration. Think of it as her trying to press pause on her own emotions to process what just happened. But don't confuse this with discomfort or disapproval. Look for the accompanying signs. Are her eyes crinkling with a suppressed smile? Is there a hint of color in her cheeks? These are the tells that indicate you've made a positive impact. Here's a fun experiment. If you spot this gesture, try mirroring it subtly. Touch your own chin or mouth as if in thought. This mirroring can create a subconscious bond, making her feel more in sync with you. Remember, in the grand orchestra of body language, this gesture is like a quick flute trill. Subtle, but adding a delightful flavor to the overall symphony of your interaction. 10. She leans in closer. In the dance of attraction, physical proximity is the ultimate tango. When a girl leans in closer during your interaction, it's like gravity itself is pulling her into your orbit. This move is all about creating intimacy. By reducing the physical space between you, she's also bridging the emotional gap. It's as if she's trying to create a private bubble in the midst of a crowded world, a space that includes just the two of you. But don't just focus on the lean. Observe the whole picture. Is she angling her body towards you? Perhaps she's propped her elbows on the table or tucked one leg under her to pivot in your direction. These are all signs that she's fully engaged and wants to be closer to the source of her fascination, you. Here's a little psychology for you. We often unconsciously mirror the people we're attracted to, so if you notice her leaning in, try subtly matching her posture. This mirroring can create a powerful, unspoken connection. Pro tip: if you spot this behavior, try lowering your voice slightly. Not only does this create a more intimate atmosphere, but it also encourages her to lean in even more to catch your words. It's a subtle way to draw her further into your conversational web. So now that you know how to tell when you've impressed her, what's next for you? Discover what she says when she considers you important, or learn how to tell if she's secretly turned on by you. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more.